Most torrent clients expose your IP address by default the second you start downloading. Every single peer in that swarm, from strangers to copyright trolls and even your very own ISP, can see exactly who and where you are. But here's the thing, it's not really the torrent client's fault. But with the right client paired with the right VPN, you will become the gray man of torrenting because you'll become virtually invisible. So today I'm ranking the 7 best torrent clients in 2026, and for each one I'm going to tell you exactly how well a VPN actually works with it, because that's the part I haven't seen anyone really talk about yet. Now, I've tested every single one of these personally. I looked at speed, interface, security features, update frequency, and most importantly, VPN compatibility and whether they leak your IP even when a VPN is connected or not. So stick around, because at number 1, I'll also show you the VPN setup that makes any of these clients bulletproof. And speaking of bulletproof, before we get into the rankings, if you already know you need a VPN for torrenting, NordVPN is the one I use and the one that I currently recommend. Just for my viewers, right now you can get 74% off plus 3 free months using the link in the description below or by scanning that QR code on the screen. The link's always down there, but the deals don't last forever, so grab it while you can. Now let's get into that list. A real quick thing before we dive in, if you don't know, when you torrent, you're not downloading from one server, you're pulling pieces of a file from dozens of people simultaneously. And every one of those people can see your IP address, your port, your country, and how much data you're transferring. And that's not a bug or a glitch, that's just how the protocol works, which is why VPN compatibility isn't a bonus feature, but rather how you play the game. All right, this time I promise, let's get into the rankings. Coming in at number 7, we got BitTorrent. And look, this one has history. It's the original. The protocol is literally named after it. But here's the problem in 2026. It's basically uTorrent with a different skin. Same company bought it back in 2026, same code base, same issues. The UI is cluttered with flashing ads on the free version, and I mean flashing. There's a real accessibility concern, perhaps even a health concern. But what about VPN compatibility? Well, it works, but there's no built-in kill switch awareness. If your VPN drops mid-download, BitTorrent keeps seeding and your real IP is now public. Updates are also slow. They tend to drop in massive patches instead of frequent small fixes, which means bugs stick around longer than they should. And while it's not broken, it is outclassed by everything else on this list. uTorrent is the most downloaded torrent client in history. And I get it, the interface is clean, it supports bulk and sequential downloads, and it's genuinely beginner-friendly. But there are 2 things that we can not ignore. 1, the free version has ads. Sure, it's not as aggressive as BitTorrent, but they're there. And 2, and this is a big one, back in the day, uTorrent was caught bundling crypto mining software without user consent. And that trust issue never fully went away. But anyway, moving on. VPN compatibility is fine. It works with NordVPN, Surfshark, all the major players. But again, no native kill switch integration. You're relying entirely on your VPN's kill switch to save you if the connection drops. But if you're already using uTorrent and it works for you, well, it's not the worst choice. There's just better options. Like Vuze, resting in at 5th place, and formerly known as Azurus, I think it was. Well, it's actually my second favorite on this list for one reason. They have a built-in media player, so you can stream and torrent at the same time, which is genuinely nice. It also has an extensive plugin library, supports magnet links, and the UI is clean and easy to navigate. The catch? Well, Vuze is not fully open source. It started as open source, but proprietary features were added over time. That's a yellow flag for privacy-conscious users, but the VPN compatibility is still solid. It works well with all major VPNs. The partial closed source nature means you can't fully audit what it's doing with your connection data, though that's the only real issue here. Still, it's never had a confirmed data breach since 2007, which counts for something. But if privacy is your top priority, keep reading. Number 4, Deluge. Deluge is the power user's pick. It's highly customizable, expandable via plugins, and can run as a client-server setup for remote access, meaning you can manage your downloads from anywhere. And it's completely open source, which is a big green flag for security. VPN compatibility is excellent because of its client-server architecture. You can actually bind Deluge to a specific network interface, which is nice because it will only operate through your VPN tunnel. If the VPN drops, Deluge stops. That's as close to a native kill switch as you can get without one being built in directly. The one issue I have, well, update frequency. The last major update was in 2022. For a security tool in 2026, that's a concern. Bugs and vulnerabilities can sit unpatched for a long time. If they pick up the pace on updates, Deluge would be top 3 easily. But this time, third place goes to transmission, and it doesn't get talked about enough. It's the default torrent client on many Linux distros, and for good reason too. It is the most lightweight client on this entire list. Zero ads, minimal UI, extremely low CPU and RAM usage, and it's fully open source. VPN compatibility is clean. Like Deluge, you can bind it to a specific network interface, so it only runs through your VPN. It also has a web interface for remote management. The downside here is that it's less feature-rich than the others. No built-in media player, fewer customizable options, and the Windows version has historically lagged behind the Mac and Linux builds. But if you want a clean, fast, no-nonsense client that plays nicely with a VPN, then transmission is a serious contender. But it's still outperformed by qBittorrent, second place on this list. This is the one that I used to personally use, and it's the one I recommended to most people. Here's why. It checks every single box, completely free. Zero ads, fully open source, frequent updates, patches drop every couple of months, and the interface is clean and intuitive, even for beginners. But the VPN compatibility is where qBittorrent really stands out. It has a built-in network interface, binding features, and a built-in IP leak protection setting. You can tell qBittorrent to only operate through a specific VPN interface, and if that connection drops, it stops all activity automatically. That is a native kill switch equivalent built directly into the client. Most clients don't have this, or nothing on this level at least, but the only reason it's not number one, well, the next client has one feature that edges it out for serious privacy users. And here's the truth. The part most torrent client videos skip entirely. The client is only half of the equation. Your IP is exposed the moment your VPN drops, even for a split second. And most people don't realize their client is still seeding in the background after a disconnect. For torrenting in 2026, go with our first place recommendation, NordVPN. Here's why it's the best pairing for any client on this list, starting very strong with dedicated P2P optimized servers, which means your torrent traffic gets routed through servers specifically built for it. Also, the kill switch is rock solid. You'll see it the moment your VPN connection drops. Your internet cuts entirely. No leaks at all because it's not even possible. Their NordLynx protocol gives you the fastest speeds of any VPN on the market right now, which is independently verified. And they also have a strict no logs policy, audited 5 different times. Nobody can hand over what doesn't exist. And finally, the Threat Protection Pro blocks malicious files and trackers, a critical layer to have when downloading from torrent sites where malware is very, very common. So if you pair NordVPN with qBittorrent's built-in interface binding, you have a double layer kill switch. If NordVPN does drop, your internet cuts. If somehow qBittorrent detects the internet is gone, it stops too. That's as close to airtight as it gets. But all right, let's do a quick recap. Number 7, BitTorrent, legacy name, outdated execution. Number 6, uTorrent, beginner friendly, but trust issues still linger. Number 5, Vuze, great media player, partially closed source. Number 4, Deluge, power user pick, needs more updates though. Number 3, transmission, lightest and cleanest, fewer features. Number 2, qBittorrent, best all-rounder, built-in IP protection. Number 1, qBittorrent plus NordVPN, the complete setup, nothing comes close. Now again, you can get NordVPN with 74% off plus 3 free months using that link in the description or by scanning that QR code on the screen. Go ahead and drop a like if this helped, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there.